Yo, what's up everyone? So we're back at it with another video. Today we're going to discuss, should you buy a new truck or should you get a used truck? This is probably one of the most common questions that gets asked when people are thinking about becoming an owner operator, or people just asking questions when they want to get into the industry. Real quick, before we get started, I want to make sure to let you guys know that I just dropped my first course. It's called Road to CDL. And this course is going to help you guys step A to step Z on how to get your license, what's the cheapest way to get your license, and every step that you need to take in between to get your license. This course has a lot of valuable information. It also lets you know how to get your CDL permit in one day with very minimal studying. I put a lot of information into this course. It's very useful for someone who doesn't know anything about trucking but wants to get into the industry. It's gonna show you how to get your CDL for only $250. Some schools charge up to $3,000 and some companies charge up to $5,000 for them to show you how to get your CDL, and they make you sign a 2-year contract. So this is gonna help you avoid all that BS, get straight to it, and actually even how to get a job straight out of getting your license. So make sure you check it out if you want to get into the industry. This is designed for beginners that don't know anything about it, to help you guys have a clear path to success. So let's get straight into it. Alright, buying a new truck, I wouldn't recommend it unless you got the bread for it. Straight up. If you got the bread for it, that's what's up, bro. Get that shit. You deserve that shit. You were hustling for that, and you should get it if that's what you want. Now, buying a used truck, I know that's pretty scary to a lot of people, but there are a lot of good things that you can do to help minimize you buying a shitty truck. So whenever you're looking for a used truck, the most important things that you need to look for are paperwork. Paperwork is going to show you that truck has been maintenance and that owner took care of that truck. The first thing I would look for looking for a used truck is, does that truck have overhaul paperwork? An overhaul is a rebuilt engine. So what they do is they open up the engine, the block, and they replace everything from pistons to doing an overhead to bearings to gaskets, everything. They basically rebuild the entire engine. When someone has done this to their truck, they're gonna keep that paperwork. So if someone tells you that, yeah, this truck has been overhauled, but they don't have any paperwork, 9 times out of 10 they're lying to you. So it's very important that you take that with a grain of salt if they say that that truck's been overhauled and don't have any paperwork. So once you actually get that truck, once you find your truck, make sure you get a mechanic, a good mechanic to go with you to check out the vehicle, to make sure that truck has had done what they said to it. Also, it's very important when you take a mechanic with you, they're going to be able to look at things that you might not see as an issue, and they're going to be able to point that out to you. So whenever you're buying a used truck, sometimes a lot of little things can add up to a big thing. So when you got to replace slack adjusters, brake pads, brake drums, airbags, all of that can add up very quickly. So when you take a mechanic and he's able to point out, hey, this is already wearing, this is almost broken, you need to replace this, you're able to negotiate that off of the price of the truck. So you know that engine is still good, because the most thing you want to look for is the engine and transmission. As long as that's good, everything else is honestly a luxury, in my opinion, except for AC. And with that, you'll be able to invest the rest of the money into the truck and know that you have all the new parts, and you don't have to worry about that for a couple years. Buying a new truck, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good thing, because you're buying a brand new truck, or one with very minimal miles. But they still have problems, guys. Just because you buy a new truck or a very slightly used truck doesn't mean that it is gonna break down. It doesn't mean things aren't gonna break and things of that nature. This is the nature of this industry. Shit breaks, shit happens. There's a lot of people on YouTube that have bought new trucks, and within 2 weeks they have started already breaking down, having to take the trucks into the repair shop. So don't think just because you're buying a new truck you're bulletproof, guys. So that's why it's very important to do your due diligence. The main reason to me that I would not buy a new truck is just financially, honestly. A new truck is going to run you anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000. A good used truck is going to run you anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000. and that's low mileage. So if you're not paying cash for that, you're gonna have to get a loan. When you get a loan, you know, commercial vehicles, they usually tend to have a pretty high interest rate. And when you have an interest rate of anywhere from 7 or 8% on a $60,000 to $100,000 loan, it's gonna add up a lot, guys. So it's gonna take a lot of money to pay the actual interest down, so you can actually get to the principal. So that's the only reason I wouldn't recommend buying a new truck. I recommend used, like I said, with paperwork, and buy it cash, just so that way you don't have to worry about having high monthly bills. That way, if you're not able to work all month because you have a breakdown, or in my situation because it rains, you're gonna be straight. So I appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you have any more questions, please make sure to, you know, drop them in the comments. Shout out to everyone who's been wishing me well, on my family and on my business. I really appreciate everyone checking out my videos. I hope I can help you guys, you know, become truck drivers and just get into an industry that can change your life. Like I said, make sure to check out my course. It's going to be linked in the bio below, so that way you guys can get your CDL